Let's get the ball rolling and outfit our guards with full netherite. We have roughly 40 guards in the colony at the moment, which means we'll need roughly 40 netherite armor sets. And I've also noticed that we have maxed out our current citizen population for the colony, so we'll also need to go look at some research to expand that as well. The armor sets first though, which should be relatively simple for our idiots to make. I'm just going to quickly set up a stash followed by a hopper on top, then a post box on top of it. Then within the post box we will search for this netherite armor, and I will get our idiots to make a stack of each of them here. And because the post box only has so many slots available to it here, and each piece of netherite has one slot each, or takes up one slot each, it will then flow down into the hopper and into the stash whenever they do deliver, and our idiots will pick it up, then take those armor sets into the warehouse. Which basically just saves me from having to do so, but that's the request made. Hopefully our blacksmith will start making those armors up for them. They will of course require quite a lot of netherite scraps in order to do this, which fortunately I do have some here to help them with that. So I will deliver the ancient scraps, netherite scraps, to our blacksmith, and I will head next door to the smeltery to deposit some raw gold for them to make the gold towards it. I believe at level 5 the smelter is able to triple the amount of ingots they make from smelting raw resources. So let's also upgrade this as well, just to ensure that it's more efficient. The research to increase our colony's population is village, which just simply requires a town hall being level 4, alongside 256 steak. We have a level 4 town hall already, so all we really need in is some steak, which I do believe the colony has available here to us, so eventually we'll get in some deliveries of that. Then, after some current research completes, we should be able to go for the village research. We are still awaiting in on all of the plantation upgrades at the moment, which shouldn't take them too long to complete. As for the university, how is the level 5 upgrade coming along? Anderson is only 32% supplied for it and has only done 7% of the overall upgrade. Yes, still quite a lot to go here. And I have also noticed that we will require a dragon head as part of the decoration for this. There's another needless trip to the end at some point. Right, let's check on these armor sets, but not before we look at the majesty that is becoming our mystical sight. Yeah, this is really horrible. Why they have decided to use cats as this, I have no idea, but yeah, I really don't like that. So far, so good. We are already starting to get in some of these netherite pieces. It is going to take quite some time for them to make pretty much a stack of each. So whilst they do get on with that, I now want to go have a little look at some penderite tools. At level 5, all of the builds which do require some tools are able to use up to penderite and enchanted penderite. So as nice as netherite will be, we can obviously then upgrade one step further to penderite, but only if the building is at level 5, which at the moment I think only our builders are at level 5. So we can at least outfit them then with some penderite, of which we should have some bees making us that. There are plenty of combs within this, but we have some experience stuck in the centrifuge. Right, we have an experienced bee within this, which is causing some mayhem. Plenty of combs though, so let's take those out. And I do have another centrifuge here, which is empty, and that will eventually just melt those down into some penderite scraps for us. The netherite armor that we're making is for our guards because they are at level 4, but if we can upgrade them as well to level 5, we can then upgrade their tools and armor one step forward as well. We could upgrade their netherite armor to ametrine and their weapons to penderite. So let's also then upgrade some of these barracks and guard towers around the place, which look relatively simple for us to do, and in fact some of the barrack towers here need upgraded even to level 1 and 2. But the upgrades for them really will not take too long at all. They are comically quick to do actually. Yes, even the guard towers themselves to level 5 are ridiculously quick to do here. So let's absolutely upgrade everything that we can combat wise here. That way then we can ensure that all of our defences are at their maximum that they can be in both terms of level and the tools and equipment that we give them. Well, as Marine just finishes off with our cat mystical site, let's go check in on what our builders are currently up to and what we can then do to remove them from that work order to get them started on some guard upgrades. Marine has picked up a guard tower upgrade, which is exactly what we want here, and it seems to be one of these corner guard units that we have, so that really isn't going to take her long at all. Valerie is also doing a combat upgrade at the moment, but to the combat academy itself. She is nearly done with it, to be fair, and after she has finished with it, then hopefully she will go move on to either a barracks or another guards tower. Henry is still doing this smoked kelp decoration, but is 98% done with it. It's looking okay, still not entirely sure of its purpose, but same applies for him. Once he has finished with it, hopefully he will go pick up a guard somewhere to upgrade. I see Aiden is working on a barracks upgrade here as well at the moment, which is grand. This must be to level 3 by the looks of it. He is 80% done with it, just awaiting in on a few more supplies, and then he'll be finished with it. Speaking of finished, that was Bella just wrapping up with the Cowhands hut upgrade, of which I really don't think we need much more of that, because the cows, well, mushrooms are getting a bit out of hand. I think most of the agricultural builds around here are now up to the level 4 mark, maybe with exception of the shepherd hut by the looks of it. But the upgrade to level 4 for the shepherd really doesn't look too long to do, so I'm very happy just letting Bella get on with it. The post box for all of our netherite gear is pretty full, as is the stash. Why are these idiots not picking this stuff up? Well, now they should do. But at least we are getting in quite a lot of netherite, which is good, and our idiots will eventually be outfitted with them. Let me check on the penderite scrap situation then. Okay, we are starting to get in a few pieces, which is good. Enough for me to start making some penderite ingots with them at least. And in fact, before I upgrade our builder's tools, let's maybe upgrade my own here. So we are going from 11 attack damage to 12 attack damage with this. It's an upgrade at the end of the day. And whilst we're at this then, maybe we should also upgrade our own gear to ametrine, which we should have an ametrine be somewhere over here. Yep, in this one here clearly, plenty of ametrine blocks. And there's our researchers made some conclusions. The only thing with upgrading our netherite to ametrine is that we are losing 1 knockback resistance, but we are gaining some more armor and armor toughness. Yeah, why not then? Let's upgrade the rest of my gear here, and eventually we'll get the rest of our idiot's gear upgraded as well. Looking absolutely snazzy and pink, I must admit. I just came to the blacksmith to deliver some more netherite scraps, but as you can see, he's pretty full here at the moment. I think our delivery system might need a bit of a helping hand here at the moment, but there's some more scraps for you. Get on with making some more netherite armor. With all of the plantation research is now complete and all of the steak now in with the postbox, we should be able to go for that village upgrade, which indeed we can and indeed we will, so that will expand out our colony's population at some point. Valerie has moved on to a barracks tower upgrade, and I'm sure the barracks tower upgrade will certainly take her quite some time to do here. The colony's request system is definitely being pushed to the max here today. Holy crap, that's a lot on the list. But I seen that Bella is requesting in 1 wheat extra shingle, which means she will require some wheat for it, which means I get to go to my new most favourite building just to see how our little straw golems and bees are getting on with it. Which, so far so good I will say, although we might need to replant over here. It's looking really not too bad. Oh, a whole 2 pieces. Plus quite some more within this chest at least. Well done chaps, you continue the good work, seeing as our farmer idiots are really not doing such a good job. Let's go give our delivery system a little bit of assistance then. We have plenty of items which do need delivered to the warehouse, and they're already going to be struggling with all of this. Plus, this way then, I can see just how many netherite pieces have already been delivered to the warehouse. So far, so good I will say. We nearly have a stack of netherite boots, and not too much of the rest. But enough for me to go around and remove all of the armour from our current guards, which I will not need to do with Conrad here, who is already completely outfitted with netherite. Damn. I can't really say the same for Riker, but yeah, let's take your armour from you, let's get you into netherite as well. And to ensure that our couriers will not deliver these really broken pieces right back to them, let's just dispose of all of these useless pieces. I seen that the guard tower here is now up to level 5, not sure which builder did that for us, but let's recall Raiden then, and I have a present for you. There is full ametrine alongside a penderite sword. Oh, you're an archer. Yes, indeed he is an archer, but not for too long. Now he is a knight, and eventually he will equip all of that new armour and toolset as well, so that's going to be nice. The builders are actually getting through these guard upgrades at a pretty fast rate, so what I'm going to do is spend a little bit of time just trying to find some guards, remove their basic armour from them, then eventually we will outfit them here with some proper armour. That is a lot of junk. Straight into the murder pit. I really hope that was the right backpack. While our guards are slowly starting to be outfitted with full netherite, and some even in full ametrine, so I reckon that we are all well on our way to being a very strongly defended colony.